Have you ever wondered how criminals hide their illegally obtained money? One common method they use is called money laundering. Imagine someone selling illegal drugs. They earn a lot of cash from these sales, but they can't just deposit this money into a bank without raising suspicion. Banks are required to report large cash deposits to authorities to prevent illegal activities like drug trafficking from going unnoticed. So, what do these criminals do? They use money laundering techniques to make their dirty money look clean. Money laundering involves a series of steps to disguise the origins of illegally obtained money, making it appear as though it came from legitimate sources. This way, they can use the money without attracting attention or facing legal consequences. One common money laundering scheme involves establishing cash-intensive businesses. Businesses like grocery stores, taxi companies, restaurants, and car washes deal primarily in cash and handle numerous small transactions daily. Criminals use these businesses to mix their illegal money with legitimate earnings, making it challenging to trace the source of the funds. Another method is known as smurfing, where large sums of illicit money are broken down into smaller amounts and moved between different accounts in various cities and countries. This fragmentation makes it harder for law enforcement agencies to detect suspicious activities. Ghost companies, or shell companies, are also popular among money launderers. These companies have no real business operations or substantial assets, making it easy to deposit illegal cash without revealing the true owner's identity. This lack of transparency helps criminals bypass anti-money laundering (AML) and combating the financing of terrorism (CFT) regulations. Furthermore, criminals often launder illegal proceeds through high-value assets such as precious metals, real estate, or art. These assets are easily bought and sold and hold their value over time, allowing criminals to disguise their illicit gains as legitimate income from asset sales. To understand money laundering better, let's use an example. Suppose there's a person named Alex who has made a lot of money from selling stolen goods. Alex can't just deposit all that money into a bank because banks have rules to catch illegal activities. Instead, Alex decides to open a small coffee shop. On the surface, this coffee shop looks like any other, but Alex isn't really interested in selling coffee. The main purpose of the shop is to mix the illegal money with the money from selling coffee, making it hard to tell which money is legal and which is not. Alex might report that the coffee shop is making way more money than it actually does. For instance, if the shop earns $1,000 in a week from selling coffee, Alex could add an extra $5,000 from the stolen money and claim that the shop made $6,000. This way, it looks like the extra $5,000 came from selling coffee, and it gets mixed with the real earnings. Now, Alex can deposit this $6,000 into the bank without raising too many eyebrows because it seems like it's from a legitimate business. Money laundering usually happens in 3 steps: placement, layering, and integration. In our example, when Alex first puts the illegal money into the coffee shop's earnings, that's called placement. The next step, layering, is where Alex might move the money around to make it even harder to track. For instance, Alex could transfer the money to different bank accounts, invest in other businesses, or even buy expensive items like cars or jewelry. Finally, in the integration step, the laundered money is used in a way that makes it seem completely clean and legitimate, like buying a house or funding more businesses. Money laundering isn't just a problem for banks and businesses. It affects everyone. When criminals successfully launder money, they can keep doing illegal activities, which can lead to more crime in communities. Governments and banks work hard to catch money launderers by looking for suspicious activities, such as unusual transactions or large sums of money moving around without a clear reason. A famous real-world example of money laundering is the case of Al Capone, a notorious gangster in the 1920s. He made a lot of money from illegal activities like bootlegging alcohol during Prohibition. To hide his illegal earnings, Capone invested in various businesses, including laundromats, which is where the term money laundering is believed to have originated. By mixing his illegal money with the earnings from his businesses, Capone tried to make it look clean. The estimated amount of money laundered annually is almost 5% of the global GDP, or $800 billion. Unfortunately, money laundering makes it difficult for honest businesses to compete, as launderers are often able to offer products and services at a lower cost than the market value. So next time you hear about money laundering, you'll know it's all about turning dirty money into clean money through clever tricks and cover-ups. It's like trying to wash away the traces of a crime, but instead of soap and water, criminals use fake businesses and complicated financial moves.